Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and we are doing a live stream on Saturday at 2:39 p.m. That's unusual. That is unusual. And this is the first live stream technically I've done since my, I guess, passionate Donald Trump video, and I'm still a little nervous about that one. I guess we'll see what happens with it. So far the reception has been very positive on it so far, so I anticipate I will probably be having to discuss that later, but we are making this video, of course, because news has hit, and I just got notification that the Entrepreneur is live. Technology, right? So, anyway, I see there's already a fair amount of people, and so we're not going to wait too long to get into this, but I, of course, got emails in the morning, and, other prominent YouTubers have made videos about how, the driverless cars are here. They're here, they're taking over, you can't stop them. And of course, yes, they are here. Yes, they are testing them. Yes, people are getting permission to test them. Do tests always work out, though? Well, that's what we're here to discuss. And we're also going to discuss how this article's kind of been a little misleading, or at least the news. So let's turn around and look at this Reuters article where it says California could see self-driving cars with remote drivers in April. This is the key term, remote drivers. So as you can see, self-driving cars at backup on their computerized system with a remote human operator instead of a fallback driver at the wheel could be tested on California roads as early as April, the State Department of Motor Vehicles said. Relying on a remote human operator who could control multiple autonomous vehicles from miles away is a step that would allow a path to profitability in the nascent, I'm going to say competitive, field of self-driving technology by eliminating California's requirement for in-car minders. Experts believe early adopters of the technology will include ride-hailing services seeking to maximize paying passengers while eliminating paid backup traveling with them. The race to develop autonomous vehicles includes such global automakers as General Motors and technology giants like Alphabet's Waymo unit. If they are ready to deploy the remote monitor technology by April, it would be the first time they could test their cars on public roads in the state without physical drivers present. And I mean, this is what people are focusing on, but this is really what they should be focusing on. The remote control technology already used by NASA and the military is seen as a way to more quickly usher in the commercial rollout of self-driving cars. The new regulations are expected to be approved later this month and take effect in April after a month-long public notice period. Companies like Nissan, Waymo, and startups Zoox, Phantom Auto, and Starsky Robotics have been working on the technology which allows for a remote operator. Sorry, your comments kind of blocked me for a second. I'm going to look. Operator to take control of the vehicle if the underlying autonomous system inside the car encounters problems known in the industry as a difficult-to-solve edge cases. Edge, I guess, being the term. We think the ultimate backup system, which is a human, said Elliot Katz, co-founder of Phantom Auto, which last month at CES Technology Conference demonstrated how cars driving in Las Vegas could be remotely controlled by Mountain View, California, over 500 miles away. The presence of a remote operator also helps companies reassure lawmakers and the public, said Katz, who he said expected companies to deploy such technology on California roads soon after April. Getting rid entirely of drivers capable of taking the wheel in case of problems has concerned some lawmakers. U.S. Senators Dianne Feinstein of California and Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut have questioned the safeguards in an autonomous vehicle bill currently stalled in the Senate. These are things that the companies don't want you to know that, even though, and we're going to talk about why that's important. During a January Senate hearing, Zoox Chief Executive Officer Tim Kentley-Clay testified that teleoperations technology would play a role in the overall systems of the Silicon Valley startup. Quote, when your model is to have autonomous vehicles deployed as a for-hire service in cities, you are still going to need a command center in that city that has a human-in-the-loop oversight of the fleet, both to deal with vehicles if they have an issue, but also deal with customers if they need help. The new regulations are expected to be approved on February 26 by California's legal compliance agency, with the DMV then opening a 30-day public notice period beginning March 1st. During that period, companies planning to test would prepare their applications with the first permits potentially being issued on April 2nd, DMV spokesperson Jessica Gonzalez told Reuters. It will be interesting to see which manufacturer is the first. Now, okay, there's a lot going on. So the first thing I want to, comment on is as this paragraph right here proves, there's some pretty prominent Congress people who are not on board with the self-driving cars. Now, why would lawmakers be willing to pass legislation on this particular car? Well, pretty simple. It's because there's a human overseer there. As long as there's humans overseeing something, then they're more okay with it. But then that's the big thing. These cars are not really self-driving. I mean, yeah, they are, but they aren't. They are going to rely on remote drivers. Remote drivers will be key in this, and there's things about this we don't know. It says, relying on a remote human operator who can control multiple autonomous vehicles from miles away. How many is multiple? Is that 2 cars at a time, 3 cars at a time? Is it 50 cars at a time? Is it 100 cars at a time? How much? Also, who knows how much the bill will allow to go on the road? I mean, in Phoenix, they do have these autonomous vehicles that have human drivers, just in case something happens. But they aren't prevalent. There's a few dozen out there. And, that's, well, anyway, you know what that means. So how many will be on California's road? I don't know. I mean, I do know that these cars are super sensitive, though, in terms of the Linder technology. If they actually got these things in Los Angeles, I think these cars would just stall personally. And yeah, the Linder, things like potholes and stuff. So anyway, let's and you just got a glimpse of my very messy workstation. So anyway, yes, the cars are being made. Yes, they are being tested. But they are not completely driverless yet. And according to these various articles, Congress is having real issues with approving driverless technology. And testing is not the same as fully operational. Now, will it come? I don't know. I've heard some people say that, well, the companies are, they want this to happen. Google's just one of the players. They will make it happen. This is the way of the future. Here's the thing. I think people forget that the public is ultimately the ones responsible for this. At the moment, millennials, of which they are really advertising these cars to, well, they're advertising the cars as a way to help cut back on traffic accidents and to get old people who cannot drive around. Old people do not want these cars. Millennials, about 50%. They've done polls. 50% are okay with it, 50% are not. That is a huge hurdle to overcome. Again, the only way for the autonomous revolution to be what they want it to be is if 95% of the population, or at least of the state, or at least the country of the country of the United States of America, the whole 95% of the country has to be on board with this. Otherwise, it fails. It just fails. That's a huge, huge hurdle to overcome. It's a very huge hurdle to overcome. So, anyway, here's the thing. I just went to a museum called the Museum of Failure. And I made a video about it. You guys can see it on my Entrepreneur channel, although you can also see it on my other channel, Aspie on YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, go subscribe. But that museum, and it wasn't very big, but I could see it conceivably being a lot bigger. Where it's hey, there were tons of products there. Products that, companies just assumed people would want. People would want them. They would need them. And yet, they didn't catch on. And it just shows that companies, and there were failures in there from big companies. There was products from Microsoft, Coca-Cola, Amazon, General Ford Motors, Apple. There were multiple Apple devices there. Companies swing for the fence sometimes, and even with all their money and their power and their persistence, it does not work out. It just doesn't. Now, does that mean the self-driving cars are doomed to failure? No, not necessarily. They could still catch on, but here's the thing. I do not I see way too many problems. And I know that these are companies with a lot of money, and yeah, they're thinking about them, but are they? Are they really? Because, yeah, there's just, I mean, let's put it this way. One of the items in the museum with the Museum of Failure was, and I actually cut this from the video because I try to keep the channel family friendly, but it was a service doll, which is exactly as it sounds. You would rent a service doll. You would do things to it for personal pleasure, and then you would hand it back to the company, and someone else would rent the service doll. It was like Uber for your fetishes. And it all seemed going according to plan. It was cheap. You could instantly get it. They would clean them. And yet people just did not like the idea. So with these cars, there's a lot of people who do not like the idea. And I mean, the thing is, we read articles, and here's the thing about media. The media likes to sensationalize things like, oh, they're coming, look at this, it's happening. But again, we have seen this before. The drones, Amazon's stupid drones, gonna change the way delivery is done. Gonna completely take over delivering packages, except for like TVs and stuff. Drones are going to change the future. This is the way of the future. You can't stop it. Holy cow, what do you know? It could be stopped. People didn't want them. So, I don't know. So, this article, this news, doesn't bother me. It does not really change my opinion much. Of course, it probably should. I mean, I say I'm open to the idea, but I'm pretty biased against these cars. And I think other people who say that they aren't biased, but they would probably admit they were personally invested in the cars. I'm still taking the wait and see approach. So, I mean, it's one thing to test these cars and really pop in small populated areas, but then you take them in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, good luck. How the car's going to refuel, how they're going to clean themselves up. Yeah, they do need to answer those questions. And the fact that no company can answer those questions speaks volumes. But anyway, that's my personal take on this. Let's see. I've been noticing people have been commenting, so let's see what some of these comments are. Aside from the, hey everyone, so let's see here. So I see you guys were talking to amongst yourselves while, hi Robert, not much going on. Let's see here. I've never seen WI Executive Car Service. I've never seen you here before. Welcome to the channel. Or at least to the live stream. It says, it will fail. Polls of the public say they will not feel safe and will not take one. Too many variables in driving, weather, and a million other factors. When a driverless car cuts you off, who do you flip the bird to? I assume the car, but... let's see here. And WI Executive Car Service says it's killed people already because it couldn't tell the difference between a semi-trailer and the sky. Therefore, the passenger went underneath the trailer and died. Won't work. Well, they can fix that. In all fairness, they can. Smart driver TV, that people are going to get free rides. Well, they will get free rides for a while, but you don't honestly think these companies are making these to give out rides for free forever, do you? No, they want to make money. I'm gonna. Can I plug in the phone? Yeah, okay, we'll just go. Well, it's strong. But they want to eventually charge you for that. And they've even put in legislation to make it illegal to own a self-driving car. So what they want to do is they want to replace all these driver cars with driverless cars. And by the way, you just pay them every single time you want to go out. I mean, you think gas is expensive? Wait until you get behind the wheel of one of these things and you have to rely on it. I mean, that's a concept I would hope people would fight just a little bit. Yeah. Well, look, I'll let Uber and them figure out the mess, but I mean, that's another thing. There is, what insurance company is going to cover the service rates? I don't know. I do know. Roy says maybe Amazon drones can swoop in and clean car and refuel. Oh, there would be a use for the drones. I'll tell you that much. Amazing. Francisco says another YouTuber still thinks our jobs are going away sooner than later. Well, I think I know who you're talking about. They're entitled to their opinion, but I'm dubious of it. Matthew Bradley says, I bet all self-driving cars will be electric. Well, yeah, they probably will be, but you still got to charge them. I mean, unless they're solar powered, which would not be a bad idea, then they still need to be refueled, so to speak. So, public will never trust reliable driverless cars. Well, we don't know that for sure, but a lot of them don't trust them now. That's for certain. I mean, they've been trying. Yeah. And they've been trying these self-driving cars for years. It's just right now we have an internet where people seem enthralled by the possibility a little bit more, but my own mother doesn't trust Uber. Well, a lot of people don't trust Uber, so. C4400 said, solar power cells are about 15% efficient and battery technology just isn't there, so it would take hours and hours to charge and solar to gather the power needed to move one of those SUVs. Francisco, lol, it's a good use for drones, refueling and cleaning between rides. Yeah, but at 2 a.m. when everyone's drunk and there's no driver, that's going to be hard. The driverless car is going to cost more than 90 cents per mile to run. Yeah, it will. And Uber will subsidize those rides. Here's the thing. Uber, people wonder, why does Uber do like Express Pool and stuff where they, they just subsidize rides? It's like because they want a monopoly. Like, that's the whole thing with companies now. It's not about money. It's about power. They want to control. And if they can't control, then so be it. So did someone text me? Katie texts me. She's at a women's retreat right now. So, anyway, unruly, cheap passengers, that never ends well. Yeah. No, it does not. It really does not. What about crappy weather, slick roads? They'll have to figure it out. I mean, maybe at one point they will, but, I don't know. Yep, potholes. Exactly. So, I've seen the Volvo SUVs not know how to handle traffic cones blocking off a lane. I saw the driver intercede in the last possible second here in Scottsdale. Okay, then. Well, and here's the thing. Even if they were to perfect this technology, as the Museum of Failure taught me, you can have all the intentions of the world. You can have the most useful product in the world. There were a couple items there that were actually very, very useful. People just didn't want them. So, not in our lifetime. Professionals have already said there's too many variables and it just won't work. Yeah. And there are professionals who also say it will work. Of course, you have to look at who the professionals are working for. If they're working for the car manufacturers, well, then, yeah, they're probably going to have a much more rosy viewpoint of the future of this. That's for certain. So, anyway, we got 27 people here. You know what I think that means, then? I think we should give away a movie. Like, has anyone seen Ex Machina? For those of you who are not aware, that is a Oscar-winning movie from the guy who directed Annihilation, which is currently in theaters. Now then, let me open this up so that I can give it to you guys. But here's what you need to do first to redeem it. First of all, everyone needs to open up a separate browser window and go to redeemmovie.com. That's REDEEMMOVIE.com. So go there first. That's the first thing we got to do. And what I'm going to do is first of all, go there. And as you hear, I am typing something. That is me typing a code into the chat. I'm typing the code into the chat now. Do several of you, are you at the Movie Redeem website right now? Just let me know in the super chat. Anyone there yet? Does anyone even want to try to get the movie? Or should I save it for another live stream? Because I'm ready to give it away. So, on phone, can't. All right, ready. Okay, we've got one ready. So I'm going to press enter on the keyboard. And when I press enter, you will see the entrepreneur, and there will be a series of letters and numbers. That is your code. Copy the code, go to the website Movies Redeem, and lost how to do it. Open another window and go to the website address movieredeem.com. movieredeem.com. So I see a lot of people are on the phone and they can't. You know what? My heart goes out to you, but these are why computers are better than phones. Just saying. Just saying they're better than phones. So, you know, multiple windows and all that jazz. So, yeah, separate website. movieredeem.com. I will press the enter button. A code will appear in the chat. And, Juan, I am being fair. That is Movie Redeem. It's like, wait, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. No. It's Redeem Movie. You're right. I am sorry. Redeem Movie. In fact, I'm still covering up the code, but that's not really working. But yeah. But yeah, the giveaway is totally fair. I mean, oh, thanks, Juan. But you know, it's just Android 8.1 can't split screen. Well, yeah, chat works on phone too. Yeah, it does, but again, this is where computers come in handy, having keyboards. So anyway, I'm gonna press it. Someone can either copy the code or, you know, go to the website separately and type it in, press enter. You can redeem it. Whoever's the first one to redeem it gets it. And I am going to press it now. There's the code. There's the code. And if you get it, let me know that you got it. So, if you get the movie, let me know that you got it, because I love knowing that this stuff gets out there. This is a very weird movie. And by the way, it's kind of interesting because the movie's about basically it questions whether or not us making smarter and smarter technology is really beneficial to us. So, I mean, of course, there's a lot of movies that ask that question, but this is a particularly good one that asks it. So, you know, excuse me, folks. I'm going to wet my whistle a little. Well, if Lyft and Uber paid us right, we could afford to buy a movie. Well, here's the good news about that. I mean, I sorry, I have to lean there. Um, I do buy a lot of movies because it's what I love to do. But there's also Movie Pass, $10 a month. You can see as many movies as you want in theaters. Easy. We just press the off button. And the machines are. Yeah. So anyway, I did not. Oh, sorry, Kevin. I'm sorry that you didn't get it. So I wonder who got it. Hey, whoever got the movie, let us know. No, I'd like to congratulate you on that. I like doing these giveaways, and this was a much nicer giveaway than the song. Someone snagged on my phone. I won't read out who. Thanks, Kevin. Start watching my. Yeah. So. So. Boy, that Trump video that I made last night. It's the response has been a lot nicer than I expected it to be. Juan said, just so you know, Uberman made a video today this morning, and I don't like how I presented, and Kevin is at least more insightful. Well, did you accept the... Hi, Uberman. Uberman has his opinion, and me and him have definitely disagreed with me on this, but he is a smart guy, and he is entitled to his opinion. So, I mean, I personally think the obstacles are way greater than he does. He simply does not think they are there. And that's fine. That's just a difference of opinion. And really, it'd be boring if we all agreed on this topic anyway. Why do you think the videos are so much fun? So, there you go. So, oh, we got your driver, Mike, and Uberman. So, so hey, Mike, sent an email to you and Drive Girl Drive. We want to do, if you can, on Monday, a live stream round chat about Uber Express Cool. Randy, you're welcome to join us if you'd like as well. But everyone's talking about it, so I figure, hey, let's do like a little bit of a roundtable discussion. Who got the movie? Who got Ex Machina? Now it's driving me crazy. Who got the movie? Don't worry, Randy. I'm getting a little burnt out too, to be honest. You think you got? Oh, Anthony got it. Okay, well, congratulations, Anthony. So, so now the live stream's actually picking up. What do you know? So, and the funny thing is, I remember like the next movie I was going to give away was a copy of The Lion King. Hey, you know what? Good for you. If you can get more views on the car repair things, then that's good. I'm starting to slowly branch out my channel as well. You know, I can't talk about Uber forever as well. It's just gonna drive me nuts. It's already kind of like self-driving car keeps things interesting, but you know. So anyway, do we have any additional questions or anything? You know, and now we're just kind of joking around, I know, but you know, any questions? I'm glad Anthony got the video. So, and yeah, hey Mike, think you'd be able to join us on I think Mark's already said yes, so think you could join us for that? About 4 p.m. Monday, maybe. Did Dara watch your video? I seriously doubt it. I don't think he'll watch that video. I mean, he doesn't care about the drivers. What can I say? I mean, why would I be any different? You think I'm the only one calling him names? Get back to your email. Got to check. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. So, anyway, so yeah. Well, let's see here. What else is going on? So, I guess I'll give you like a personal update. Wait till I do Uber and Lyft in this Sonic. LOL. Camera install coming. 2-channel IR. I'm gonna make these packs. Yeah. Yep. And here I've just been using my stinking Corolla the entire time for doing this. So anyway, just to give you a personal update, thankfully in regards to Katie's second accident, the new insurance company is a lot more helpful than the other one, so things are getting done. Unfortunately, she is experiencing some back pains and urinary tract infection, which we think is the result of the accident. So she has an appointment for x-rays and a full inspection on Monday. So, I mean, I think she's ultimately going to be okay, but she got hit hard. I'm kind of amazed that the car did not get more damaged than it was, but Amazon closed all. Wait, what? What do you mean? Amazon closed all A stores? Sorry guys. Oh, months ago. Oh yeah, that's right. Here I was searching it up. So, yeah. Well, I don't buy from Amazon anyway, so I just staunchly refuse to support to give that company my money. So, well, okay, I gotta take that back because I did buy one thing from Amazon last week, but that was a very, very unique situation. They were selling... Well, actually, and I got it today. Made a video of this for my Autograph Hound channel, but an autographed Michael W. Smith CDs. This is the only reason I bought it from Amazon, because I like autographed stuff, and if they're selling it, what can you do? But otherwise, yeah, I haven't spent money at that place in a long, long time, so... I just hate what Amazon does to the economy, but you know. I know I'm one of the lone voices in that one. Everyone I know, they brag. Like, they actually brag. I get all my stuff at Amazon. As if that's something to brag about. It's like, are you special because you buy your stuff at one store? Give me a break. Give me a break. There's nothing honorable or even noteworthy about that. So, let's see here. I got an email about that one Uber me. Oh, that's a message to Uberman, so that's not for me then. So, by the way, to respond to someone who commented earlier, I forgot who it was. I do regret calling Dar an SOB. That was very immature of me in hindsight, but I still agree with everything else I've said about him, because I definitely have that opinion where if you are not taking care of your own employees, if you are not leading by example, you have no right to criticize someone else for not doing it. If Dara wants to actually criticize Trump for killing the American dream, I think he should lead by example first, personally thinking. And yeah, the funny thing is when you call someone an SOB, that actually is an opinion, so you can't get sued for slander. So I found that out by watching Penn and Teller. So, but you know, just personal character, that was a little out of character for me. So, you know, for whatever it's worth, that one thing I'm sorry for, but I don't apologize for any of my other complaints that I have against that man. He has not helped one bit in this company as far as I'm concerned. I don't see any change. I mean, it speaks volumes that the first new product that they release under his watch, like, really is a gimped version of Uberpool, which is a service nobody liked to begin with. Just like, wow, you came out of the gate swinging on that one, didn't you, Dara? Just now, some people have pointed out, and I agree, that Uber Express Pool is actually, because some people have actually asked, and like, you know, actually I was on your driver Mike's live stream for a little while, a couple days ago, and I wish I'd thought about this at the time, because he's asked, why Why would Uber be subsidizing the Uber Express pool rides like this? And the funny thing is, I think the reason they're doing it this way is because I don't think Uber Express Pool is about a new product or getting people a new way to drive. I think it's about trying to train people to go to a designated spot to meet their Uber. Because if they give these all to the driverless cars, well, the driverless cars aren't going to be there to answer the phone to say, hey, I'm down the street, can you come pick me up? They're trying to train people to go to designated spots for when the driverless cars take over the market. I'm sorry, Uberman, I'm still dubious on the driverless cars thing taking over in the next couple of years, but that's what I think Uber Express Pool is really about. Trying to train customers to go to designated spots for the driverless cars that they hope to eventually come. At least that is what I believe this is really about. So, C4400, that's a very good point, Kevin, because Uber's a master at training people and not letting them know they're doing it, either making a game or obscuring it with some sort of other thing. Well, in all fairness, I don't think Uber's really good at training people to do anything, because I think it's really hard to get people to change, because people do not take instructions very well. They only understand one thing. How much does it cost? That's all they understand. There are still people who don't understand when the car arrives, you've got 5 minutes to get there and they don't have to call you. They don't understand where the tipping option is. There are still people who go to the grocery store, to Target, to Walmart. Self-checkout lanes. They don't know how to use them. You know how to use a self-checkout lane? There's a scanner right there. You take an item and you go beep. That's all you do. Anyone can do this, and yet people don't, because they don't know how to work it. And so can people be trained to go to these certain spots? Maybe, but they'd have to be very, very, very clearly marked. Kind of like the bus station. And then there's still people who don't know how to use the bus. There's still people, when they go to the bus, they don't know how to use it. I mean, here's the thing, folks. Systems work out the same almost everywhere. I have been to Japan and Germany and Canada and Mexico, and whenever there's a bus system, they all work the same way. And yet, when my family went to Germany and the Czech Republic, how do you use the bus? What's the bus system like? It's like, what do you mean, what's the bus system like? Look at the map and look at the direction. It's not that difficult. Heck, even in their language, it's not that difficult. But this is people. They get off the plane, they open their Uber app, they find out Uber's not there. It's like, what do I do? It's like, what do you mean, what do you do? You go to the bus stop. And they want to train people to do that here? Come on. Okay, let's see here. I think they are doing it to target the bus system. That's one of the things they're doing. Let's just say they're good at setting up a game. I am not really sure if they're good at actually getting people to follow the game. Like we are refusing to do the lift streak and all the other. Well, I like the lift streak personally. When I am offered it, I make a little extra money. So let's see here. Yeah, you'd have to streamline logistics. Just imagine these cars pulling into a multi-building apartment complex and finding the right building. Yeah, no. And there are still people who call Ubers like, oh, I'm going to call an Uber, and they don't realize, oh, there's a gate. You should probably tell the driver there's a gate, and this is the code again. They don't tell us. So what do? I wait at the gate, and after 5 minutes, I leave. I get my cancellation fee. They always call like, hey, where were you? Like, well, you weren't there. The gate was there, so I considered that the waiting point. I am actually by the book, so if the point is at a curb and they have to walk, I make them walk to the point and explain why. Eugene Rodriguez says, Houston, Texas still has well over 400 taxi cabs, well over 460 buses, a new rail system, 500 plus limo and transportation companies, and like 4,500 rideshare drivers. Enough said. C4400. I refuse to do Lyft Streak because they add rides to a queue instead of you accepting rides and seeing their rating, etc. I refuse to get told to take the next person. I will look at and make the call. Brian Payne, Uber self-driving bus system. Now, a self-driving bus system might be possible, if only because buses stay on a set path every day. But we'll see. We will see. So it's been 40 minutes, guys. Is there any other questions or topics we should talk about before we call this a day? I don't normally do this on Saturdays, but this was kind of fun. So I mean, there's another aspect of the Uber Express rule that I want to discuss, but I'm going to save it for the hopeful podcast on Monday. Hopefully, Mike and Cecily will be there. And, you know, well, okay, it looks like we're pretty much done. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching this. This, of course, is, as always, it's fun. And we will do this again sometime. I've actually got a couple videos pre-scheduled to go up tomorrow, so there will be content tomorrow. I was going to upload them today, but because of the unexpected Trump video I made and the fact that tomorrow might be a little busy, I decided just to delay them till tomorrow. I'll be wearing this and everything, so, you know, but I did change my shirt today, so I will have changed my shirt tomorrow, so just so you know. So anyway, I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. For those of you who are new here, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly, and I will see you on the Daily Rideshare. Have a good one.